Alrighty, okay. Everything should be in order. Doing one final check through, and yep, looks to be good. Moving some stuff, so I'll be all good to go. So, I want to get to the next rank. That is the next rank from my grand company. I think the best thing I can do is the male Dark Oak, so I can continue on that way. But for the main story quest, I'll continue as Dragoon. But if there's any cutscenes, I'll switch over to Scholar. Just in case it's too long. Let's go. I can just fly over everything. Could have probably gone to the other Aetherite, but I'm already here. Going at super speed. This is the first levels. You know what? Main story first. I can always re-queue. I have enemies. Oops. If I go this way, will it AoE now? Not really? Weird. So this is a named character. Is that her? I mean... If I deal with her, will the rest of the dungeon end? I think it's cute, but that's if I need to do everything. Okay, so I cannot kill him. I need to do other stuff first. So is the AoE actually working? Yes, it is. Oh, let me spare for a second. Okay, let me get the healer. I wonder if I crit, will the dot also crit? I'll look into that. There's nothing indicating one way or the other. Like it says just more and more enemies are spawning. So now we got Yuri in the field. Let me zoom out of it to make it less of a mess. Yeah, once they beat the last enemy, they instantly got KO'd. Let's also do a quick Google to see if creating a dot will make it critical. So I'm looking online for dot specializations, and looks like Ninja can use Keisatsu to really buff up their Doton. Ah, yeah, about that.
I've heard. Truly bothersome business. No, I do not foresee a problem on that front. The main concern is Roban. There is no telling what the brute might do. Have the Blades watch him in the flames day and night. You may leave the Sultana to me. I shall personally attend her grace. Sever one of the East Aldenard trade routes. That ought to keep Lolorito occupied for a while. Nanamo Ulnamo. For my sake, pray be a good little Sultana to the last.
Alrighty. Then I'll get the quest for Midgard Summer. So, not sure if... Well, it's a few quests away, but I want to at least hand this one in before I start the queue.
Welcome back, my friend. I have already received word from Alfino. To think that Flame Marshal Huayu was the Garlean agent. I know not what to say. Together with Robon, Eileen lent us much needed aid at the time of our Order's founding. She was particularly passionate about the need to tackle the primal threat. When we discussed the subject, her eyes fairly shone with determination. Whatever else she may have been, I choose to believe that it was her true self with whom I spoke then. But now is not the time to dwell on such matters. I have an important announcement to make regarding our effort to defeat the Ascians. We shall begin as soon as everyone is assembled. My thanks for coming, friends. Moonbreeder, the floor is yours.
By now, I'm sure you're all familiar with White Auracite, the miraculous material that'll allow us to capture Ascian souls. Back at Snowcloak, we verified its ability to absorb vast amounts of ether. Alas, it leaves something to be desired in the area of stability. The stone can only store ether for a short while before expelling its contents.
In addition to Auracite's inherent limitations, we must needs be wary of our enemy's strength. Our foe draweth upon an infinite wellspring of power. Even should we succeed in entrapping him, the stone will not long contain his wrath.
Meaning that, if we want to kill the swine, we'll have to be quick about it.
'Tis our belief that an Ascian soul may be permanently undone, if smitten by a sufficiently concentrated burst of pure ether.
The only trouble is, we can't say for sure how concentrated the burst needs to be. Without knowing how much ether an Arcean soul is composed of, we're basically guessing.
Our sole clue lieth in thy struggle with La Habrea.
During that encounter, Heidelin bid you forge what she called a Blade of Light, a weapon which took the form of a luminous stream of energy. Based on your description, we believe the blade with which you vanquished your foe was composed of ether. Admittedly, your victory proved ephemeral, as La Habrea was able to use a crystal of darkness to flee into the space that lies between our world and the void. The fact remains, however, that Heidelin placed the means to destroy the Ascians in your hands. Be that as it may, it would be unwise to assume that she will do the same when we next encounter such a foe.
Quite so, my lady. We must needs find the means to forge our own blade of ether, one to equal that which Heidelin did benevolently bestow upon her champion.
That is all well and good, but it seems to me that producing such a blade will require a prodigious quantity of ether. Whence will it come, pray tell?
Oh, what if we had 2 pieces of white auricite? One to trap the Ascian, and the other to store the ether for the blade.
Oh, nice try. But it's as I said, the stone won't hold ether for any length of time. We'd still need to collect the stuff there and then, sorry to say.
And therein lies the rub. Finding a way to create the blade whenever and wherever we choose.
And you need a lot of ether for that, too.
It would seem more research is in order.
I'm going to linger a while, perform a few more tests on the auricite. And I could do with some help. Urianger, why don't you lend me a hand?
Mine apologies, but I am required at the Waking Sands. Lady Minfilia hath given me sole charge of the premises. 'Twould be unseemly to leave them unattended.
Sole charge, you say? So you're basically alone there, then? Well, that settles it. I'll just have to come to you.
And he charged himself.
While you were afield, word arrived from the Sharlayan motherland. You will recall that a survey party was dispatched to investigate the incident at the Isle of Val. What they discovered was troubling, to say the least. According to the report, the isle has been erased from existence. 'Twas as if a hole had been torn in the very fabric of reality.
Aye, yet the mystery endeth not with the isle's disappearance. It hath come to light that a number of scholars in various other locales were reported missing at a similar juncture.
What's more, they all had something in common with the head of the students of Baldessian. Every last one of them was researching a phenomenon called dimensional compression, or the rejoining as the ancient texts call it. I'll be damned if that's a coincidence.
All indications suggest Ascian involvement, but I sense that a force greater still is at work. The entity the Dark Beings call the One True God. We must pray that my dear friend Kryl regains consciousness soon. If she bore witness to the Isle of Val's final moments, she may be able to shed some light on this mystery.
Straight into another cutscene.
Following the calamity, the forces of the 14th Imperial Legion entrenched themselves in strategic locations across Eorzea.
Yeah, a lot of moving pieces are going on right now.
So swiftly did they accomplish this, it was suspected that they had received help. To think that it came from Huayu, my right hand.
There is more. We have reason to believe that Huayu didn't deal exclusively with the 14th. She also answered to a higher authority in Garlemald. But this higher authority could not have been the Emperor. By consenting to the media project, Solus Zos Galvus showed himself to be more concerned about preventing the spread of primal influence than claiming Eorzea for the Empire. He would happily have seen the lot reduced to ash. We believe a number of high-ranking figures within the royal household were against the decision, but that they knew better than to oppose the Emperor openly. Of course, this didn't prevent them from making clandestine provisions, in which Huayu played a part.
Alas, these provisions did not prevent Dalamud from falling, and the ensuing chaos changed the face of the realm forever. Yet Eorzea survived. To all intents and purposes, the Meteor Project had failed, and the Empire was left to rue its lack of a decisive means to eliminate the Primals. Until, that is, it stumbled upon the Ultima weapon.
Even before the accursed thing was dug up, it seemed to me the 14th had the might to overwhelm our weakened armies. Yet they chose to hide behind their walls. Why?
The Black Wolf was wary of making the denizens of Eorzea desperate, lest more primals emerge to bleed the land. The discovery of the Ultima weapon, however, emboldened him to resume his war of conquest in earnest.
Yeah, with the Ultima weapon, it's the ultimate trump card. No other primal, with only like 2 exceptions, could have withstood Ultima.
But there was one in Garlemald who believed that Van Belsar's actions were premature. One who stood higher in the Imperial Army's chain of command. He ordered the Legatus to halt his advance, only to find that the Black Wolf had slipped its leash, and that the 14th, in a bid to bring Van Belsar to heel, he used the agent he had planted in Ul'dah prior to the Calamity to undermine the Legion's efforts.
A man who outranks Van Belsar, yet opposed the late Emperor's decision to annihilate Eorzea. This could only be the former High Legatus of the Garlean army, now known as Emperor Varus Zos Galvus. So he was Huayu's true master.
But one of several in actual fact. We've learned that even as Huayu served the Empire's interests, she sold Imperial secrets to a certain faction in Eorzea. In so doing, she helped to maintain the status quo, thus prolonging the conflict. Considering who stands to profit from war, it isn't hard to imagine who her other masters were.
7 hells! You mean to say that she was a double agent?
Technically triple at this point?
Triple, if you consider her services to Van Belsar and the new Emperor as separate.
As neatly as these pieces seem to fit, one aspect of the puzzle remains unclear to me. By whose will was the Marshal feeding intelligence to the heretics? And try as I might, I fail to see how aiding their cause would profit either her Imperial or monetarist masters. Could it be that another hand is at work here? If so, Huayu must be made to reveal whose it is.
Yeah, because she's in part of a lot of opposing factions.
I lost a trusted friend. Now I must interrogate her as a stranger.
Not a pleasant task, I grant you, but a necessary one. Unless we weed out the ivy, root, stalk, and stem, it will simply grow back.
I know that full well. Those closest to Huayu have already been detained, and I will question them alongside her.
General, pray keep in mind that there may be unwitting abettors among them.
All will be treated fairly. On that you have my word. Those who are innocent have no cause to fear.
You have ever been a friend of truth, General. I hope the unpleasant task of weeding out falsehood will not detain you too long. Though it be for the sake of Eorzea, doubting one's comrades is poison to the soul. And with that, I take my leave.
All these years, I've been made to dance to their tune. How could you, Huayu? How could you side with them? Those cankers! who take from this land and give naught in return, who use their power to disempower and grow fat while the people starve. I know you can hear me, monitorous scum! Your crimes will not go unpunished! One day I will purge this land of your sickness! Before the eyes of the 12, I swear it!
Hurrah! But now he's really frustrated. He basically only has one true ally inside of Ul'dah.
I shall have no further need of you this day. Your Grace. I fear that not even mine own chambers shall remain private for long.
Has the situation grown so grim?
Ever since you proposed the Cartiner Reclamation Bill, Teleji Adeleji has risen to greater prominence upon the backs of impoverished refugees. The Monetarists were ever united in their pursuit of profit, but the man's actions have torn a rift in their ranks. They snap at each other as rabid dogs. Yet now is not the time to be bickering among ourselves.
If this bickering is a threat to law and order, might you not have grounds to dissolve the Syndicate?
Would that the solution were so simple, Admiral. Alas, my moving to dissolve the Syndicate is certain to spark outrage among the influential merchant class, whom the Cabal represents. This would serve to exacerbate the current unrest, and peace would slip still further away. Be they rich or poor, natives or refugees, all who reside in Ul'dah have a right to pursue happiness. It is the duty of a ruler to protect this right. If I am to perform my duty, I must needs tread warily. It would not do to make enemies heedlessly. Were Lord Lolorito here, he would doubtless say that I have my head in the clouds.
A ruler is required to take a wide view. Try as we might to cater to all needs, some will inevitably be overlooked. As such, there shall ever be citizens who feel aggrieved. It cannot be helped.
I don't know, it just feels weird that you're letting people do bad things just because it would make it that some people who aren't so bad in a worse situation. They're getting profit from people who are treasonous, which is not a good thing.
But as you have informed us, the Monetarists take no view but their own. They hunger for power while the masses starve. In the absence of a common cause, it seems beyond any one individual to make Ul'dah whole.
And the presence of a Garlean agent within the Immortal Flames only makes matters worse. Even accounting for Ul'dah's historic reliance upon mercenaries, such a grievous breach of security is unprecedented. I fear this business will provide the Monetarists with a rod to beat Rauban.
Eorzea can ill afford for the Immortal Flames to be dampened now. Ere long, the Garleans will turn their ravenous gaze toward our lands once more. If we are to resist their might, our nations must stand together. Yet for this to happen, our nations must be whole. Cannot be done to improve the situation in Ul'dah.
The true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her citizens. Alas, the citizens shall never know these things, so long as their lives are ruled by the ambitions of the few. The Monetarists claim to represent the best interests of the people, but in sooth they desire only to manipulate them for their own selfish ends. For the government to serve the people, it must be formed of the people. For Ul'dah to move forward, it is not only the Syndicate that must be dissolved.
Nay, you jest.
My friends, it was for no other reason than to make known to you mine intent that I requested your presence here.
You need to burn it all down. You cannot leave anything to spare of the corruption. It must all be burned away.
When I make my declaration to the people, chaos shall inevitably ensue. As the last monarch in the line of Ul, I make unto you this request. Help Roban to preserve order, and protect the people. Forsake them, and you forsake yourselves. For a strong Eorzea will ever have need of a strong Ul'dah.
Your Grace, are you certain of this?
There is no other way. When the time is ripe, the nation shall become a true republic. Both royalists and monetarists shall cease to be. Ul'dah will no longer belong to kings or queens or merchant princes, but to her people. Roban, forgive me for casting aside all that you have toiled for in my name. Beyond this gesture, I am powerless to help my subjects.
Yeah, I mean, if she's already feeling useless, then removing herself from the equation doesn't change anything for her. Really. Yeah, we're slowly reaching the end game. Reaching the next stage. Well, okay, I accepted the quest. I need to take a minute. Then we'll continue. Probably should have started a queue. So I think I will go with other choice, Dragoon. Actually, there's not like a lot of good skills for Dragoon actually, so I think I'll go as Ninja. Ninja at level 45 has almost all the skills necessary, and is compared to level 50. I'm actually running low on time. Not sure if I can make it to the Keeper of the Lake. I mean, I have an hour and a bit, but I want to speed up the process. I don't need to do it in this stream. Ooh, tough choice. Ugh, I can't. I have to continue the MSQ and not use any other time. I think I'll stick as Ninja though, for the time being. So I finished the quest, Good Intentions. There's actually 3 more quests before I do Keeper of the Lake. And after that I can do the male Darkhold. You good thing I can fly over everything, and I can just go straight in. Because on this floor, there he is. The hired thug. Yes, in this form, Doton is probably the strongest thing to use it on. He is Kasatsu. I'm too used to having it this way. I have to put it back. It's too weird doing it in reverse. Let's see what's in the tunnel. Oh, another time wasted on if only. If only, if only, if only. You sure likes doing a lot of mistakes. I'm just looking everything through a critical eye because I don't know when they were making these decisions to go against the group. I guess the Weaver's Guild looks good. It's not, but that's what we found. I don't think this is the whole quest, so let's see if there's anything else to be done. I think this is when we'll get the first hint. Yeah, something ain't right. I wonder where they're getting the money from. Alrighty, so I think we'll now go to the Keeper of the Lake. The Rising Cars.
We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you. I believe the two of you have met.
We have. I had hoped to speak with Commander Leveilleur as well, but I cannot afford to wait any longer. The Lord Commander sent me hither to request your aid in a matter of grave import.
You see now why I had Tataru summon you.
Now that we're all assembled, perhaps you would be good enough to elaborate on the nature of the matter which brought you to us.
The Observatorium's astrologians have sounded the alarm. Last night, the Dragonstar burned with an intensity not seen in 15 summers, not since the Dravanians engaged the Empire in the Battle of Silvertear Skies.
The northern sky doth burn full bright upon the Wormlord's call. The red behemoth beckoneth, and flame consumeth all.
The old Curthan rhyme, aye. The brightening of the Dragonstar is said to accompany the roar of a great worm. The astrologians believe that it was Midgard Soma himself who cried out on this occasion.
After an absence of centuries, the King of Kings did return to lead his kind against the might of Garlemald, only to fall in his duel with the Agrius, proud flagship of the Garlean fleet. Devoid of life, his corpse remaineth entwined about the Magitech monstrosity even unto this day.
Ariange has the right of it. Whatever this alteration in the Dragonstar portends, the Great Worm has shown no sign of life. Tataru, have the Domans reported aught out of the ordinary?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if Midgard Zorma had roared, wouldn't we have heard it here in Revenant's Toll?
Roar is but a figure of speech. Dravanians can communicate in ways beyond our ken. It is for this very reason that we are forced to look for signs in the heavens. We cannot say with any confidence that a great worm roared at all, much less that it was Midgard Sorma. Only by directly examining the Keeper of the Lake can we be certain. However, it will take too long to gain the Holy See's approval to dispatch the Temple Knights. Therefore, Sir Emric would entrust this task to you. Do you accept?
Yes. Let's do it.
We knew you would not disappoint us. Now, if you would excuse me, I must return and assist the Lord Commander. We have precious little time to prepare.
To prepare for what, pray tell?
When a great worm roars, his brethren cannot choose but answer. We prepare for battle.
For battle. But we will deal with Midgard Summer now. I think we'll learn why he did this specifically, besides them just going into his territory. Alright, let's go and continue the quest. I don't know why, sometimes it's just no music being played. Weird. I think I'll do the dungeon as Dragoon. It seems fitting in this instance. Even it'll probably be a slower search on the duty. We need to go up and check. Keeper of the Lake accessible. Let's see what I can do in the meantime. Let's unlock some... Let's unlock some more dungeons. Oof, so we have to deal with them, huh? Oh, this is in relation to the Scholar quest. This is what happens when you acquire all the job quests. It unlocks extra dialogue like that. It's neat. So maybe this will unlock it? Potentially? Wanderer's Palace hard unlocked. This is on most likely part of either level roulette or 50, 60, 70, 80 dungeons. It's one of the two. I bet I'll get it eventually. Might as well get it out of the way and unlock all these dungeons now. Since I have the time for it. Okay, so those Since I will also need to unlock. I'll get around to them. Soon. I'll go here. But not now. Probably won't take too long, but this should be one of the more active of the duty roulettes. We got Stone Vigil Hard. Where is it? I'll have it not show up on my list. So now we need to go to Ambador Keep to unlock the hard mode. The place to be feral. Now the Wrath of Karn. Here's the thing. I doubt the duty would go so long compared to the Alliance raid. Pretty sure it'll go faster than that. But it's just one of the things where sometimes it goes much longer than it should be. But right now, 9 minutes is about on point. Okay, so we need to go in and save him. So to Little Alamigo we go. Okay, trying to find the exit. Here it is. Now we got Temple of Karn unlocked. Now we get to Stasha. I have plenty of quests still, but I'll try not to get any more in the meantime. Stasha Hard unlocked. Now we face Midgard Summer. And there's his head at the top. Alright, let's go. Yeah, I gotta do it as Dragoon. There we go. Handle them like a champ. Handle those crabs. I don't think I need to face them, I just need to have one enemy in that direction and it will make the cone shape. Alrighty, let's go. How close do the enemy need to be to get any AoE? Now we fight the boss. Einhander. I should be fine. I don't know why they were standing here. Oh, I guess they thought the explosion would be bigger. Well, I've still got my escape jump if I need it. I just need to line myself up. Oh, I need to reapply the dot. You get another crit. The perfect lead. Yeah, so now I got the full buffs on my character. So now I'll AoE them down. Ooh, get out of that big blast. Let me add a dot on him and let's continue on our way. Wasn't sure why it wasn't moving. What we got it going on now? That's how one actually. It actually is home game, that's interesting. I didn't know it was necessary to use it here. But that doesn't look so bad. I don't need these. But that fur-lined gloves aren't so bad. Gonna do another run. Yep. Okay, I'll do once more. I think I'll add that once more to the bus. And we made it, no problem. Move some skills around. And that unlocks the way forward. Do we actually see? Yeah, we actually see the what's shooting at us up top. Oh boy. That's a lot of enemies.
Who treadeth now upon my bones, and waketh me from slumber sweet?
Dun dun dun.
Thou hast forgotten the face of thy Lord. Remember, mortal, and fear me.
Here we go. to face Midgard Summer. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be attacking. Oh, that one's easy, we just need to go forward. Because that's meant for the archers. Oh, yes. Yeah, I'm wondering what else you were supposed to do there. Just take it. Okay, so this should be the best area. It's on my way. Okay. Might as well go limit break. Been a while since I had to use limit break because I rarely go DPS. I wonder what I would get from here. A coat, huh? Let's see what it is.
By her gifts hast thou earned a moment's reprieve. Speak, mortal, and I shall listen. Guided by a star. My people have heard the song. Ishgard shall burn. Sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. We do not forget. We do not forgive. 7 children did I sire. 1 now singeth of retribution. I rise to join in the chorus. Thou art powerless to silence us, mortal. Yet thou shalt not live to labor in vain. Thy reprieve is at an end. Trickery is thy shield. This frail, ignoble creature is not gifted, but chosen. Hearken to me, Hydaelyn. I remember, and I consent. Fear not, mortal. I shall not harm thee.
Beam got laser beamed.
Mayhap thou thinkest me an oath breaker. Thou art mistaken. If thou comest to harm, it shall be by another's hand, not mine. I did but strip thee of thy mistress's feeble blessing. Thou didst profit much by her grace, but no more. The covenant binds me to thee. I shall watch, listen, and wait.
I got a pet out of this.
Fight and struggle, if it be thy will. Man hath ever coveted that which lieth beyond his grasp. I drink of her body, and thence doth mine own find new life. When it hath grown whole, the loyal and penitent shall rejoice. The dragon song heraldeth our beginning and an end.
Headed straight to my menu. Now that I did that, we can move over to Ninja. The male Darkhold. Yeah, it's all bad news. Basically, almost all bad news. Yeah, for Mega Summer, this was just a nap. Apparently, it's radical to even just talk to a dragon. Seems a little much. Oh, we didn't tell them everything. I think I double tapped.
My friend, I can scarce believe it. You confronted the Wormlord and lived to tell the tale. I give thanks to Helone for your preservation. It is our sole cause for gladness. Your encounter with the Keeper of the Lake served to confirm our fears. A great worm has roared, and it makes little difference if it was one of the two in Eorzea or any other. The Dravanians are coming.
I am told that Ishgard has magical defenses against Dravanian attack, though I am not privy to their exact nature. Will they be enough to repel a massive force?
Ishgard has weathered countless assaults over centuries. This will be no different. And now that you have confirmed the threat, none can ignore the Lord Commander's calls for the wards to be strengthened. I dare not presume to speak for him, but I expect the Lord Commander would sing your praises. I must away, but we shall meet again soon.
Countless assaults weathered, and this will be no different? Why am I not convinced?
This might be one of their bigger assaults. Aether on demand. This is Aether on demand. So not quite. So I'll see how quick I'll take, but I think at the rate we're going, we'll finish A Realm Reborn next time. There's a lot of quests.
Now that everything's calmed down a bit, relatively speaking I mean, I thought it might be a good time to share our progress on the weapon. I believe we're on the verge of a breakthrough.
Well, don't keep us all in suspense.
Just in case anyone's forgotten, let's start by reviewing what we already know. So, an Ascian is an immortal because its soul doesn't return to the ethereal realm when its host is defeated. Instead, it flees to the place that lies between our world and the void.
So I'll just let this progress on its own. I don't think I have much to add here.
Therefore, the first step to permanently defeating an Ascian is preventing its soul from making this journey. And if you recall, when we last gathered here, I had verified that white auracite has adequate capacity to entrap the beings, albeit only briefly.
Which left the small matter of their extermination.
Aye. To unmake an Ascian soul, one must needs smite it with a concentrated burst, or blade, of purest ether. However, we wanted for both the data and the means to forge such a weapon.
Short of experimenting on an actual Ascian, you see, there's no way to gauge how much ether its soul is made of. As such, we don't know what etheric density our blade needs to have in order for it to work.
So we'll just have to make the densest blade we can and hope for the best. Though that would require a lot of ether. Hang on a minute! Why didn't we think of this before? White auracite can hold an absolute heap of ether, can't it?
Please tell me you're joking. God's sakes, Ida. I feel as though I'm reliving the same scene over and over with you. How many times do you need to be told that white auracite cannot store ether for long periods? Being intangible matter, ether is given to dispersion. Only in its crystallized form is it a stable source of energy. I will test you later on this, so see to it you do not forget.
Right, yes. It's all coming back to me.
So our hopes rest on good old crystals again, do they? While they are certainly reliable, they leave something to be desired in the area of portability.
Well, it's interesting how I'm not sure if they meant for Ida to have that level of intellect, but it is explained later why it's the case.
Indeed. I am reminded of the quantity of corrupted crystals required to thwart Leviathan, and the extraordinary lengths to which the Lamentsons went to transport them. What if it should prove that a similar quantity was needed to destroy an Ascian's soul? Or still more?
I do not envy the poor sod who has to lug all of that around, on the off chance that an Ascian appears.
That's the very problem we set out to solve, and I reckon we've found the answer. If it isn't practical to lug around the ether we need, we'll just have to draw upon another source. And the only viable source is the land.
If you mean to tap the Great River of Ether, know that it will entail considerable risk. Meddling with the currents may well induce a surge like to the one which despoiled Mordona.
Give me a bit more credit, will you? Why would we need to tap the river when there are veritable reservoirs jutting out all over the land? I speak of corrupted crystals. It might be that their aspect is out of balance, but a crystal's a crystal. It contains ether, and we can help ourselves to it.
While corrupted crystals are indeed abundant, there is no guarantee that they will be in close proximity at a crucial moment.
But what if we don't need them to be? What if we could tap their power from afar? A malm away, say? If we could do that, we'd have ready access to ether aplenty in almost every corner of Eorzea.
Yeah, in Eorzea. But if we leave Eorzea...
I've yet to put my theories to the proof, but I've got a good feeling about this. If no one has any objections, I'd like to see where this avenue leads.
If you think it worth your while, you have my blessing. But tell us, what are your theories? I, for one, am most eager to understand the process, however vaguely.
I thought you might say that, but no one wants to listen to boring old theories all day, do they? I know I don't. So with your permission, I'd like to try something a bit more hands-on. I've already built an etheric siphon especially for this purpose, and I've been meaning to try it out. Thing is, the profusion of corrupted crystals in Mordona makes it something of a high-risk testing ground. If anything goes awry with the siphon, it would be better if it didn't happen within spitting distance of quite so much ether. Ideally, I need an isolated specimen. Does anyone know where I can find one?
May I suggest northern Thanalan? There you will find corrupted crystals of middling size, standing a reasonable distance apart. Ideal for your needs, I should have thought. Oh, and if you do elect to visit the place, I should be much obliged if you would assist me in another matter while you are in the area.
Has something happened?
Movement has been observed at Castrum Meridianum. During Operation Archon, the Alliance dealt the stronghold a heavy blow. Its facilities were extensively damaged, and its garrison reduced to a fraction of its former strength. Not long after our forces withdrew, however, their ranks were replenished by reinforcements from Castrum's sentry. They now seek to rebuild, and to this end they have their sights set upon the ceruleum processing plant. Having lost the Empire's support, the 14th Legion lacks the resources to sustain itself. To them, this is a bid for survival, and they will doubtless fight like desperate men. Though I have dispatched the Crystal Braves, I fear their strength alone may not suffice to stay the Imperial assault. I would request the Scion's aid in the defensive effort.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to inveigle us into fighting your battle with the promise of shiny crystals. Well then, consider me inveigled. I won't lie, the crystals you speak of sound perfect, so the Garleans have to go. Besides, we can't afford to beat about the bush. There's no telling when the Arsians will next appear.
Thine eagerness to hurl thyself into the jaws of danger cometh as little surprise. Exercise due caution, I prithee.
Though you have become a Crystal Brave, you are yet a Scion, Alphino. We could hardly refuse you. Pray, join the Crystal Braves and lend them your support. Thangrid and Papalymo shall accompany you. Ida and Yashtola, in the meantime I would have you assist Moonbreeder. Scout out the crystal clusters, that the testing may commence as soon as the Garlean threat has been eliminated.
If it please you, I shall continue mine own experiments on white aurosite.
Thank you, Arianger. Everyone, pray see to your preparations and depart as soon as you are able. Go well, and be safe.
I think it'll go any minute now, the duty. So this stream will go a little longer. Looking at the timetable, I don't think we'll finish Realm Reborn. I think there's 2 more streams. Alright, they'll head off. And we'll do much the same. Alright, Real Red, what do you gotta say? Are we in walking distance of... not even walking distance, but just looking across what's effectively a street? Alright, let's go. Male Darkhold. And I think that is where I'll end the stream after this dungeon. And after I hand in the quest. Okay, so there is discover every location. So we're taking our time slowly with this. Okay. Maybe I should have gone with AIs. Come on, let's go. Let's finish this. Oh, wrong way. Oh, we still beat him. That sub 40 gear will be good when I get to the what do you call it? The job class, like the job quest. I'll just lay down a dirt on. This should be the most effective one. I think I can animation cancel with this, with using assassinate, but I need to be quick with it. Because I think you could actually lose time with the animation. Come on, let's go. Right. At times when you just get a bad tank. It's not the worst tank. Just they're so low. Like I can take it. There's two types of slow. There is at a cruising speed, and then there is at a halting speed. on already. Let's go. If I had Dark Knight or something, I would have done it here. Because that's the thing, this feels like I'm playing with a bot. But at least bots can keep up. If you're slower than a bot, you know you're not playing that good. You're taking it out of the totem! No, that's right, but why not? Ew, that just looks ugly. Go. Do this. One, two, three. Too long. Keep up. Why is it following? Why is it going to me? Let's see if we're able to get let's see if we can get to Limit Break 2. And with the assassinate, you take it. GG. I'm out. I hope I don't need to actually promote myself still. Hope it just gives me the promotion. I need 8,000, okay. Well, we'll work on it. I just need the one more rank. So, next stream, we might get the Steps of Faith, potentially. So, until the next stream, see ya.